to Cody Williams. And Cody Williams unloads a laser past Bukowski. And UNLV is on the board, and it's 2-1 Minot State. We were just about ready to talk about how important those face-off wins are in your offensive zone. And Kozubski wins the face-off cleanly. Back to Cody Williams, and he shoots a laser back through Bukowski. And it's 2-1 Minot State. 6:21 to go. And UNLV is back in the game feeling good about themselves. I was just about ready to say that it's important for that third goal for UNLV to get it, because if they allow a third goal, then the demeanor of the game certainly changes, and now we're back to having a hockey game. As the puck goes through, as the announcement now is made to Cody Williams with the goal. And it's Kozubski gets the assist along with Tristan Mayer. So it's 2-1 Minot State with 5:43 to go first period. As Minot controls down in the UNLV end. Battle there and in the corner. Fought out there by Barriga. Barriga, the UNLV leading goal scorer this year with 12 goals. Also no stranger to battling hard in the corners. Puck still kept in by Minot State. Big hit. Big hit there by Jake Sachs. Still out to center ice and dump back into the UNLV zone. 5:10 to go first period. Shots on goal in favor of Minot State, 10-3. And here comes the Rebels up the ice. Dumps it into the far corner. Take there by Bullifer. Harassed by Cameron Fink. And Fink unable to get the puck as Minot State gets it out of the zone. Now up to Swedlow. Swedlow dumps it off into the corner over to Briscoe. Sam Briscoe from Winnipeg has it. Runs it around. Geisbrecht still with the puck. Big slapper. Doesn't get off his stick. Almost gets poked out of the zone. Not able to as Minot keeps it in. They're going to change lines. 4:27 to go first period. 2-1 Minot. And here comes UNLV. Big slapper just wide and a save from Bukowski. And a big hit in front of the Minot bench. And it looks like UNLV is going to have to kill off another penalty. And we'll get the official announcement on this. From our vantage point, we couldn't exactly see the parties involved, but we're watching this long enough to know that when there's a Minot State player on the ice and a UNLV player in front of them, we know we're going on a penalty kill. Talk about the depth of both of these teams. Both teams have 23 players that have at least registered a point. Minot State has 21 players that have at least registered a goal, where UNLV has 18 players with a goal. And that's the key to any team's success, obviously, is depth. And both of these teams certainly have it as they're getting these penalties sorted out. Jake Kearley doesn't look happy about this. And the faceoff's going to be down in the UNLV end. Let's see if they put any penalties up yet. There's nothing on the board. So we'll see how this all plays out. Good to see, look down at the UNLV bench. Good to see assistant coach Nick Raboni. And of course, we're very thankful as now penalty goes up to UNLV. So it's kind of what we had feared. Elijah Barriga is going to go in for 2 minutes, get the official call on that. Could be boarding, could be roughing. Nonetheless, UNLV has to kill off another penalty. Shot just wide of Geisbrecht. Didn't have to get involved, but it was too close for comfort as it goes back into the corner. Now back out to the point. Here's Lipinski. Lipinski dumps it off. And 2 minutes for roughing is the official call. So UNLV back to the power penalty kill as the puck is mishandled and back out of the zone. Minot has to go back out and regroup. Another edge loss, and here's UNLV. Here's Kearley up through the middle. Tried to put a big hit on Kearley. And that didn't work, and now we're going to have another penalty. So we'll see what this is all about. It looks like this might get evened up, and then UNLV will eventually have a power play as Kearley had a clear path up the middle. And then he was bumped off the puck, and we'll see exactly what the call is. But the call is going to be on Kyle Lipinski. There's 3 Lipinskis on the team for Minot State. They're all from the same city. So I'm going to assume they were all brothers. UNLV takes the face-off in their end. Sachs takes the face-off, doesn't win it clearly this time, as Williams was buzzing around looking for another opportunity. Here's O'Connor up the right-hand side. Now he skates to the middle, dumps it on off to Briscoe. Briscoe back to the point, doesn't find anybody. Puck loose for a second as Minot State now gets in front of it. And there's a big pile up in front of Geisbrook, and the whistle is blown. So 3:21 to go, first period. We're skating 4-on-4 for another minute 5. And then UNLV will have a 35-second power play to try to get this thing tied up. Face-off just outside the zone. Lipinski takes the draw for Minot State. Doesn't win it as Cody Williams jumps on the puck, and UNLV controls up through the right side. It dumped in. Played there nicely by O'Connor as he sticks it down, not allowing the puck to get deep. Now up on a far board is Lipinski. Lipinski can't get into the UNLV end as it's poked away. There's a 1-on-3 opportunity in front. Not really an opportunity. But UNLV trying to show their quickness there. Colin Robbins said, I'll take 1-on-3 and we'll see what happens. Whistle blows. 1-on-3 didn't work out, but nonetheless, killing off a penalty. 2:46 to go, first period, 2-1, Minot State. 30 seconds to go in the first power play. As soon as that's killed off, UNLV will go on a 35-second power play. Sorry if you can see that on the scoreboard, but I'm assuming you can, so I try to repeat that. And up through the middle, here's a big move in on Bukowski and a save. Big move by Cameron Fink as he went to his right and then came back into the center of the ice and got a shot off, got a wrister on Bukowski, and a good opportunity for the Rebels to tie this up at 2. Bukowski freezes the puck. Face-off will be in the Rebels' end. Joe Kozubski will take it. Kozubski does not win it clearly, but it does go back to Kearley. Kearley tries to get it in, then shoots it in, tries to get a deflection. Unable to do so. Kozubski was right there, but couldn't get the puck on him. And Bukowski comes out to freeze the puck again. So just 2:14 left in the first period. UNLV now on the power play for 33 seconds. And again, we can't emphasize enough how important these offensive draws are, as Minot State wins the draw from Kozubski, wraps it around and out. As Geisbrook will come out to play it, dumps it off for Kearley. And Kearley comes up the ice as he surveys his option. Loose puck in the middle of the ice as Kozubski tries to jump on it. And we're going to have a penalty, and that's going to be on Minot State, and they would do themselves some good to just give it to Minot what they originally did. So Minot State penalty will give UNLV a 5-on-3 advantage for 7 seconds. And then, of course, they'll have a 5-on-4 advantage for a minute 53. This game really challenges my math skills. Face-off in the UNLV zone. Colin Robin takes it, wins it cleanly, back to Kozubski. Gets it back to the point. Here's Kearley. Kearley with his head up looking for a seam. Can't find one, so he just dumps it down to Barriga. And behind the play, you can hear somebody getting hit, or maybe that's just an excited Minot bench. Geisbrook comes out to play it a little too far in that scenario. As Blake Fournier, I apologize to his parents if I'm not saying that correctly, but do the best we can. Here's UNLV back into the Minot zone. Cross ice pass to Kearley. Kearley with his using that big body off to a soft. So a shot over to Painchild, or a pass over to Painchild. Not able to finish it. And now we're going to have another penalty. And that looks like that's going to be on Minot State as well. So UNLV ultimately here will have a 5-on-3 advantage as Bukowski, the goaltender from Minot State, is not happy about something. And the puck is off its moorings, so it's moorings. And now we got another, and that should be unsportsmanlike. As Moore goes and shoves the net that is already off the pegs, and shoves it even further away. So we'll see how this all plays out. Certainly there will be a penalty on Derek Brooks. Brooks from Manitoba will be in the box for 2 minutes. UNLV will have a 5-on-3 for 1:14, barring any other further penalties. So 1:03 left in the period. Certainly, even with my limited math ability, I can tell you that this is a big opportunity to go into the first period intermission tied at 2. Face off into UNLV zone. Bryce Lipinski will take the draw. Matthew Painchild for UNLV. Painchild wins it back to Kozubski. Over to Kearley, who gets it over to Asaf. Back to Kearley. In deep to Kozubski, and he was unable to finish it. That's the second time that the puck has rolled off a potential open net opportunity for the Rebels. 44 seconds left in the first period, 53 seconds left, and a first penalty. UNLV has a 5-on-3 for another 48 seconds. Head up is Cody Williams as Cody gets back to Kearley. Kearley winds up, shoots just wide. Kearley with a giant shot. Alsop gets cross-checked into the corner, and we're going to have another penalty, and that's a pretty good call because Morrison comes in and hits Asaf from behind. And we're going to get a boarding call or checking from behind call. So 26.2 seconds left. And we'll get this sorted out. Painchild takes it from Lipinski to 5-on-3. 37 seconds left on that. Big shot just wide. Hey, here's a shot and he score! Joe Kozubski. And I have to tell you, Jay Kearley's slapper from the point looked like it was meant to miss with a rebound coming off the boards, and Kozubski comes in and jams it home. And just like we talked about UNLV going into the first period intermission at 2-2 is a huge lift for this team after being down 2-0 early. So Kozubski gets his 9th goal of the year. Kearley will get his 13th assist. And there's some discussion along the boards, but 20.4 seconds left. They have yet to put the goal on the board. I don't think that should be an issue. And they're still discussing it. Sorry for the delay. They're still discussing it. Craig Fournier. And now the goal goes up on the board. So it's 2-2 now. There wasn't any doubt about that. Didn't know what the issue was on that. But now they're having a discussion as Asaf goes over to listen in. And the good news about that, it's still 5-on-3 for 1:17, which is part of now the second penalty. So 14 seconds left in the period, 2-2. Minot UNLV, and that's exactly how UNLV had to respond as the Rebels tried for one more goal. Up through the middle was Payne Shout, couldn't get it off his stick. 1 second to go, in front, high slot shot blocked, and that's the end of the first period. Well, everything that we expected it to be, it has been. And after 20 minutes, UNLV and Minot State are tied at 2. Number 15 against number 1. And when we come back out of the locker room, UNLV will have a 2-man advantage for 56 seconds. So we're going to take a short break. We really appreciate you joining us tonight. We got 40 minutes of intense hockey coming up in about 10 minutes. So come back with us. I'm going to get some water, and we'll talk then. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk in a few.
Everybody's getting married now. That's how I know I'm getting old. You know? We were being taught as a kid. I think it's going to be me and him who holds out longer.
UNLV's up by 40. Yeah. Well, yeah, but 40 is, I'll take anyone. They got a pretty friendly schedule early on. They should get to 10 minutes pretty easy. I want everybody to do good. It's all good for everybody.
Most people don't know about this person I added a while ago. Whenever you want like this stuff, there's a link on the website that'll basically give you the entire clickings and all the time.
Oh, yeah, I have seen that.
Yeah, in case I don't know, you may want like that something on there.
No, I don't.
Yeah. But if you ever need it, if you ever need it, you can have it. Yeah, if you ever need to look in and go through the notes, it'll generate that. That's when the least.
Yeah, I've been on that website quite a bit.
Well, the thing was, today, I told them how to do it, how to connect to it, it's just like, it's an ID code. And they just never did it. So I went in and did it all a few weeks ago. So everything's now works pretty much everything. Yeah, and that's because they never put the slug in to connect the sites.
Oh, well.
I put it in, yeah. And, this stuff is capable of doing, they don't do it, but I don't know, they do it. Are you? Yeah, they must be using it right now. Because I've been telling them for 2 years, they're all there. And they're just never using it for one. The pilot's using it. That's good. Because all of it is how you switch it. Yeah, instead of writing it, just writing the things that way they don't have to happen.
I don't know if it's still on, but I feel good about it.
I don't know my bed, it looks like it's going pretty good.
Okay, he's got a limited power now.
Okay, we good? Okay, we good? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, good. Very professional. Okay, welcome back to City National Arena. UNLV will start the second period off with a 5-on-3 advantage. 6 seconds when they drop the puck. I'm Dana Lane. Thank you for joining us tonight. Full house, as there has been for every home game that UNLV has played this year, as this city is excited about hockey. Face-off taken by Borrego, one there by UNLV, back to the soft. Soft gets it on over to Gordon. Balances back to the soft as UNLV is in a position to take a 3-2 lead. 5-on-3 for 40 seconds left. 120 remaining in that second penalty as well, so they're going to be on the power play for a while. Back to a soft. The soft tries to find a seam. Can't find one. Gets it back to Gordon. Gordon gets it in deep, but I don't think it got there. And there's a shot overthrown, like over in front of the crease, and that is pounded home, and UNLV takes a 3-2 lead. Well, it's on the other side of the ice, but I can tell you there was a cross-ice pass in front of Bykowski, and we'll see who poked that home. And UNLV still remains on the power play, but they take a 3-2 lead over the #1 ranked team in the country. And that says something about this team, considering they were down 2-0 at one point. And you would think Minot was in a state of mind that where UNLV was going to go away, but not the case, as UNLV wins the ensuing face-off back to Gordon. Soft now controls it, gets it in deep into the corner. Just underway second period, and UNLV gets on the board. 3-2 over Minot State, the #1 team in the country. As Minot clears the puck, out to get it is Geisberg. Chased there by Brooks. As the puck is lost for a second, big hit along the far corner on Kierley. Kierley gets up, doesn't even feel it. Toronto gets it through the neutral zone. Puck loose for a second, now back out to the point. In there, deep by Fink. Zubski with the power play goal. See. And they come back and scoring. We were listening for the second assist there, but while we were listening, Minot State comes back and ties the score at 3. Now we're back. That was a shorthanded goal by Minot. Believe me, you don't get to be #1 in the country if you haven't quit in you as well. So we're all tied up now, 18:33 to go, second period. And we'll get the official scoring on the UNLV goal, and we'll get the scoring on the Minot State goal as well. Painshaw wins the draw back to Hetzel. Hetzel gets it over to John, tries to get it in deep, and poked away by Minot State, chase there by UNLV. Plonsky gets the puck. Plonsky gets it up to right-hand side to Painshaw. Painshaw with a head of steam is met there at the offensive zone, unable to get it into the Minot State zone. Minot does a great job poking the puck away. Controlled there by Hetzel as he gets it again over to John. Finally gets it in deep. Kowski comes out to play it, just out of position for a second. Now soft puck gets it through the neutral zone. I'm going to have an icing. So 17:42 to go, second period. Game tied at 3. Minot State owns a 12-10 shot on goal advantage. But I think this is what both teams anticipated this weekend being all about, as Jonah Pearson takes the draw for the Rebels. It's not winning cleanly as the puck goes back into the Minot State zone. I would just go MSU. I have to say Minot all the time. Probably not even saying it right. Whistle blows there. Another icing call, 17:30 to go. So as we started to mention earlier, good to see Nick Raboni back on the bench, assistant coach with the Rebels. Of course, we know the history with the terrible tragedy that occurred here over a month ago. We'll talk about that in a second as the ball's won by UNLV back to a soft. Soft tries to get it in deep and does. Jonah Pearson with the puck, big hit in the corner. Broke out there by MSU. MSU back to the point. Back to the middle, out to Adams. Adams tries to get off a stick, can't do so. Now back in, wrist in, wasn't a seam there. Why Not State has it. Again, here's Pinsky. Big hit along the far boards. Brass goes down. Now MSU has it again. Good back check by Rebels. Unable to get a clean shot off here. Here's Pearson. Pearson was lined up for a second by Lau. Lau was unable to get the big hit. Sticks are up in the air. It's getting physical. And you just know, you knew a whistle was going to blow soon for one reason or another. Apparently this was just a puck out of play. 16:35 to go second period. 14-10 shots on goal in favor of MSU. Talk about Nick Ravoni a little bit as we go on. It's worth talking about because his incredible courage has inspired this hockey team. Get every ounce of good. A shot off by a soft. Rings off the boards and stopped there by Bukowski. Of course, Nick Ravoni well publicized. Got shot in the chest. It was a long recovery. And had the opportunity to see him a couple times, and he certainly is in good spirits now. He's back behind the rubber bench, but certainly is going to give them a little bit of inspiration. You can draw from that in many different areas from this UNLV club as guys goes out to play around the boards. Doesn't find a level player as Soft tries to get it, but the puck trickles out in front. Why Not State gets a stick on it, and I believe guys made the save, but gets it out of the zone. Now UNLV, here's Kearley. Kearley gets it to the middle of the ice. Here's Cody Williams. Skates to the right hand side, back out. Loose puck there. There's a race for it. It could have been interference, but they decided not to call it. A big hit on Kearley. Johnson and Kearley have been going at it all weekend. There's a soft, plays it on out. And finally, UNLV has it up to Tristan Mayer. Mayer gets it into the MSU zone. This puck is taken by MSU. Back through the neutral zone. 15:22 to go, second period. Race to the puck and back of Geisman. One there by UNLV. Nobody in the middle. There's Trevor Ruiz in the middle, but he just gets the puck down low. Back out. Back at Bukowski. 15 minutes, even 5 minutes gone in the second period. Now dumped back into the UNLV zone. Here's a one-on-one opportunity by Why Not State. And the puck trickles off. As MSU was attempting to take a 4-3 lead. It was a one-on-one opportunity. As MSU again has another chance in front. Can't get the pass over to Wowrick. Now back into the MSU zone. 14:26 to go, second period. 3-3, all tied up between MSU and UNLV. Back out through the neutral zone. Smash back in. By UNLV, here's Kane Shout on the middle, head up, towards wingers. Nobody on this wing, so he's going to take it in on himself. Kane Shout still with the puck. Gets blasted by two Minot players. Apparently, cross-checking is allowed. UNLV still controls. For a day and a half, this has been a game of who wants it more. UNLV still keeps it in the zone. Here's a big shot by a soft and a save. Bukowski freezes the puck. You don't see a soft take many shots. He's certainly passed full first, especially with Jake Kearley on his right there. And then last year, Nick Beers was his defense partner. He's always been pass first, but I've always thought that he's had a shot that should be shown off a little bit more. And he did right there. Good save by Bukowski. UNLV wins the ball back out to neutral zone by Curley as it dumps it back in front of Mikowski. This puck taken by Minot State. Minot State one-on-one now tries to get into tries to center it. Nobody there. Brooks was the closest Beaver to the puck. That's their nickname is Minot State Beavers. Back to Geisler. Geisler goes back to Friesen. 13-13 to go, second period. UNLV, MSU tied at 3, number 1 against number 15. Of course, the UNLV basketball team started their season tonight. 8:07 to go in the second period. UNLV leads Florida A&M 92-46. So good start for Marvin Menzies' squad. Face-off taken in to UNLV end. One there by the Rebels cleanly and dumped back out. UNLV running Rebels look like they're going to 1-0. Shot just wide of Geisberg. Good opportunity there by Lipinski. Puck the shot so hard it goes back down into the MSU zone. MSU back in transition, looking for a 2-on-1 in front of Geisberg, and Geisberg pokes it away. But back on it is Killian. Killian still looking and in on Geisberg as he makes a save. So good job by Killian as he used his speed down the right-hand side. Beat the defender and get the puck in on Geisberg. Geisberg makes a save and Killian takes it back out to the point again. Eventually, Geisberg gets the puck and freezes it. Face-off won by the Rebels. Cody Williams gets the puck up to the middle of the ice. Jonah Pearson. Jonah Pearson with it, gets it to Colin Robin. Battle for it in the far corner, 12:20 go second period. Game tied at 3. City National Arena. This fantastic facility was built. It's built for not only the Golden Knights, but to house events like this. It's a big crowd here tonight. Maybe not as vocal as last night if you're listening. Let's change that. And we're going to have a penalty. Let's see what the call is, but it looks like it's going to be on UNLV, so it looks like MSU is going to go through the power play. And we'll get the official call on that. From what I could see, it was Jonah Pearson. Jonah Pearson, the British Columbia native. Looks like he skated to the box, so an opportunity here for MSU to go ahead 4-3. And it actually appears we're going to have matching penalties. Eric Bolfer is up on the scoreboard now, so it might be matching penalties. Bolfer from Lake North, Saskatchewan. You have to have a goal this season, but let's have 5 points every year. So we'll get this all sorted out. But the scoreboard says we're going to skate 4-4 for 2 minutes. 12-13 left in the second period. Please bear with my voice because there's a 44% chance it's going to give out. Still sorting through these, but I think when it's all said and done here, we're going to skate 4-4. And that appears to be the case. Joe Kazumski will take the draw for the Rebels. One there by MSU. Off the board in the corner. Gets out in front of Mikowski. Has to make a quick poke save. Poke check. Poke the puck. We'll go with that. Little wrister in on Geisberg. Hammered pretty easily. Maybe a little pushing and shoving behind. Paint shots involved. Joel Swedlow. Paint shot from Delta, British Columbia. As both teams have a lot of players from Canada on the roster. Face-off won by UNLV in the Rebel zone. Soft kisses it back to Kierley. Gets it up to Kazumski. And there was matching holding penalties. Big wind-up and a shot just wide. Big wide up there by Sweatlow, pardon me. Skating 4-on-4, so there's a lot more ice right now. This is going to probably be to the advantage of UNLV as they have perhaps the skating advantage, perhaps the speed advantage. Battle there in front, battle there in back of Geisberg. Right in front of me as Kozubski wins the battle. Gets it up to Jake Sachs. Jake Sachs with a head of steam looking for somebody in front. Can't find anybody and then decided to take it himself as the puck rolled off his stick. Back out to the neutral zone. Got it back by Borrega, but then he lost. And then front of Geisberg makes a save as Kyle Lipinski had a one-on-one opportunity in front of Geisberg, and Geisberg shuts him down. Big time goaltending by Geisberg. And then a shot in transition. It's 4-on-4, as we said, it's going to open up a lot more opportunities for both of these teams. Jonas Gordon settles the puck down. Gordon now with the puck. On over to Borrega. Borrega picks it up into the MSU zone. Gets it back out to the point. Here's Toronto. Toronto tries to get it in. Can't find the seam. Trickles harmlessly over to the right-hand corner. Now over to the left-hand corner. Battle for it. Won by MSU. Still can't get it out. Finally does. Just over 10 minutes left. Second period. Tied at 3 at Chase. Chase. Try that again. The City National Arena. And we're going to have a penalty on UNLV as MSU still controls. Connor looks like he wants to receive the puck, doesn't do so as they try to get it in deep. Puck was loose, but finally touched up by UNLV. So once again, Minot State is going to the power play with 9:48 to go in the second period, tied at 3. If only we could edit certain sections out. Face off in the UNLV end. Be taken there by Dylan Guidos. Wrapped around the board and out of the zone. Big penalty kill for UNLV. Usually likes to bring one forechecker, just a little poke of pressure in at Geisberg. Geisberg makes a save and then shuffles the puck over to the right-hand side for John, and then John gets rid of it. Back in deep into the MSU end. And then back and forth they go as MSU tries to come back in transition. 9:17 left. And then we call for offsides. So Lipinski tried to get it in to the zone. Fournier was in there split second too early and we're going to call offside. So 1:26 to go in the penalty. 9:15 to go in the second period. Mayer will take the face-off for the Rebels. Won cleanly by MSU. Token pressure by Cody Williams. Shot off the glass. Control there by Asaf. Asaf battling. 2-on-1. Lau wins it for Minot State. Back to the point. Big shot from the point just wide. Geisberg saw a lane from the left-hand side, left-hand point, and then Lau now has the puck, tries to risk it in, tries to get somebody to redirect it. I think it did hit an MSU stick, but didn't get to Geisberg. Puck still loose, now poked out of the zone, and it looks like we're going to have another penalty call. Looks like we're going to have a high sticky call, so UNLV is going to eventually get a power play out of this. Get the official call on who it's on. 8:30 to go, second period, 3-3 UNLV MSU. And it's on 45. We'll find out who that is because we don't have a 45 on the roster, but I do know 45 has scored tonight. See if we can get that roster up so I can find out who 45 is and give them the proper credit for the penalty. As UNLV wins and draws, keeps it in their zone. There's a shot, and the puck is loose, MSU finally gets control of it. Good opportunity for the Rebels there. And a shot, a centering pass, and Lipinski jumps on it, drives it home, and UNLV is now down 4-3. So 45 is more with the penalty, but Minot State has regained the lead as we were looking for number 45, but centering pass out front, jumped on by one of the Beavers, and now UNLV is down 4-3 with 8:11 to go in the second period in time for the Rebels. Dig down into the bag of comeback tricks. See if they can tie this game back up. Far from over, obviously. 8 minutes ago, second period. 4-3 Beavers. I can say Beavers. I like rolls off the tongue easier. No disrespect. UNLV controls. Here's Chase Toronto. Toronto gives it to Curley. Gets across ice pass and over to Cody Williams. And Williams can't get on the stick. Check that, it was Joe Kozubski. Kozubski tried to find the lane, unable to do so. Puck is out of play. So 7:32 to go in the second period. 1:01 to go in the power play for Minot State. Cross taken down in the MSU net. Big scramble for the puck. Nobody's won it cleanly yet. MSU finally does. Throws it down the length of the ice. Geisberg comes out to play it out to the Soft. Soft gets it to the middle of the ice on over to Jonas Gordon. Gordon dumps it back into the corner. 7:12 to go. Puck back in the MSU end. Rush for the puck, and Soft finally won. Prevented a scoring opportunity for MSU. An opportunity to go up by 2. Here's UNLV, and back in is Cameron Fink. Fink trying to find somebody to pass it to in a high slide. Nobody there. This goes in the corner finally looks at the puck as UNLV has 12 seconds left in the power play. 6:30 to go in the second period. Riga carries it up through the middle, dumps it off for Curley. Curley enters the zone, looking for a lane to shoot just wide. Nobody there to jump on it as he fight for it. Get in the corner. MSU has killed off the power play. Puck's still deep in the MSU end. And now MSU finally gets it back out. Up through the middle, we're going to have a penalty on UNLV whenever they touch up, and they finally do. So MSU is now going to the power play with 6:10 left in the second period. Elijah Bariga was not happy with that call, so we'll go ahead and assume it's on him. As the Immigrant Song plays at City National Arena by Led Zeppelin. Listen to the new Robert Plant album the other day. Not Led Zeppelin, but still Robert Plant. Face-off won by Minot State, back to the point. Big opportunity, big shot just wide. Off the boards, nobody there from MSU. Back out to the point, kept back in, and then finally cleared. Nice play there by Tristan Hare as he poked the puck outside the zone, forcing MSU to go back and regroup again. In deep, here's MSU and a shot by Geisberg. And a stick saved by Geisberg as MSU had another chance. Fournier was in front, couldn't get a second stick on it, but here comes Moa in the middle. And they're looking to get a deflection. Shot just wide of Geisberg. I think he got a pad on it to make the save. And now back out of the zone with three, maybe 4 chances there for MSU to take a 2-goal lead. Geisberg was equal to the task. MSU up to the middle, looking to take that 2-goal lead. Shot just wide off the shoulder of Geisberg. And back outside the zone. 47 seconds to go, second period. 4-3 MSU. 40 seconds ago with a penalty, 4:50 to go in the period. MSU just gets it deep. Play there by Geisberg. Out over to Plonsky. Plonsky battles for it in the far corner. Finally one there by Johnson. Johnson back out to the point and in on Geisberg, who I don't think saw the puck, but he made the save anyway with his pass and good positioning. Now down here in the corner, battled by Plonsky. Plonsky tried to get it out, unable to do so. MSU still keeps it in. Tries to get it in deep there. Johnson had an opportunity, just in an awkward position to receive the puck, so unable to get off his stick with anything on it. UNLV has killed off the power play. 4:06 to go, second period. Puck loose in front. Now back out to the point. Slapper and a save by Geisberg. And some rough stuff in front as Boz is involved, and Boz is always a peacekeeper. Also involved in that was Sheldon Brett. Sheldon Brett from Courtney, British Columbia was involved. And the rest stuff after the play was over. Face-off taken in, the UNLV in. Fink wins the face-off back to Toronto. Back out to the neutral zone. 3:53 to go, second period. Gordon. Gordon tries to get it in deep. There's a whistle by Gordon. A save by Bukowski. Shots on goal, Minot State 27, UNLV will be 13 in the second. 3:46 to go, second period. Face-off down in the MSU zone. And this place has gotten back. Sometimes you lose sight of it as soft dumps it low. Back to Bukowski, one there. Back to the soft. Soft looking for a increase to get it down low. Can't find one. There's Fink with the puck. Fink doing a great job stick handling. Gets cross-checked from behind. Absolutely no call on that one. That's the one. And the puck comes out of the zone. MSU with a little bit of a breakaway. They have a 4-on-3. A little bit of a break, 4-on-3. There's a cross-ice pass and a slapper that doesn't get the Geisberg back out of the zone. Just over 3 minutes to go, second period. MSU back into the offensive zone. Here's Briscoe. Puck gets off of Briscoe's stick. Briscoe still has it. Looking for a lane in front. We're going to have a penalty, and another penalty on UNLV. As Jonas Gordon touches up. Well, this is not anything new for UNLV. This is something that they've battled not only this year, but last year as well. These penalties and the amount of penalties that they have to kill off in the course of 60 minutes. And sometimes it's okay when you're ahead 7-1, but when it's a one-goal game, especially the roughing calls, especially the unnecessary calls, certainly they hurt your hockey team. Face-off won by Mayer, but MSU controls the puck. Sachs 2 minutes for slashing. MSU back to the power play. There's a shot in by Geisberg. Puck is loose. See if it, and nobody can get on it. Sticks are trying to get in on the puck. Geisberg is on top of it, which freezes the puck. So Minot doing a great job of getting pucks into Geisberg. Geisberg is doing a great job of making sure there's no rebound opportunities. 1:41 left in the power play. 2:33 left, second period. Face-off taken by Colin Robin. Robin chases after puck, slapper out front. Doesn't get the Geisberg as Kearley, but finally gets the puck out. Moore's not happy about something as he goes to the bench. 2:15 left, second period. Coming up on the right-hand side, nice pass off the boards. Taken there by Kearley, and Kearley clears. MSU uses those boards wisely, as they've done for 5 periods now. They like to make a lot of passes off the boards. Usually those passes connect. Say one thing about this team, they certainly know where everybody is supposed to be, and they certainly give them the puck centering pass out front. Fournier was there. Fournier is now involved with discussion with Geisbrook, but Fournier was in front, unable to get a stick on the puck with a fantastic centering pass. Fournier was just a little bit slow on it. 1:39 to go, second period. 4-3 MSU. Face off in the UNLV end. We'll see who takes this for the Rebels. Soft goes off the ice. And the puck should come out. Yeah, okay, so the puck should come out outside the zone, which it is. So 1:39 to go, second period. Face off taken by Kazubski. Finally won by MSU. Deep trying to find somebody in front. He's got Lipinski in front of him to get it deep. Can't do so as Lipinski goes for the puck in back of Geisbrook. Connor Hetzel fights him off as the puck goes outside the offensive zone. 1:16 left, second period. MSU into the offensive zone. Here's Briscoe looking for a centering pass in front. Backhand, forehand, just wide of Geisbrook. Back out to the point again. MSU feeling it. 11 seconds to go. Puck in on Geisbrook as he gets bowled over. And the referee blows his whistle, so 1 minute exactly left in the second period. Geisbrook gets up and puts his helmet back on. Two teams that are evenly matched for sure. MSU has 8 seconds to go in that power play, but that power play is going to be over because they're going to have a penalty called on Joel Swedlow. So Swedlow will go to the box for 2 minutes. So as soon as it's 8 seconds of the penalty to Jake Sachs is up, UNLV will have 1:52 of power play time. And barring any future penalty, that will take care of the second period. Face off won by MSU, which is something to say a little too much. Swedlow, 2 minutes for interference. So now UNLV is on the power play. Here's Kazubski. Kazubski with his head up, trying to get it down low, can't do it, back to the point. It's Jonas Gordon. Puck is loose in front. Nobody can get a stick on it, so take him back out. Again to the point, shot is wide, and scores! Well, the shot was wide initially, and it was poked in on the far side, which was completely empty, and UNLV has tied this game at 4 with 29.2 seconds left in the second period, and a power play goal for the Rebels. And we'll find out exactly who scored that goal and who gets the assist on it. But UNLV, with his never say die attitude, comes back to tie the game again at 4 apiece as the face-off will be taken in by Painschaub. Painschaub loses the face-off to Fournier. MSU controls the puck. Back in deep, here's a stop. 17 seconds to go, second period. Check is always finished by both of these squads. UNLV might have one more chance. Do not, and we're going to have a whistle. We're going to have a penalty. We'll see what happens. Brett lost his helmet, so we'll see exactly who that penalty is going to be against with 11.1 seconds left. Second period. 16 seconds left from the Thomas and Mack. UNLV has a 108-66 lead for the A&M. Marvin Menzies' squad is starting the 2017-2018 season off exactly how we had envisioned. 11 seconds left. Cody Williams with the goal. That's Cody Williams' 5th goal this year. 12th point. Jake Sachs with the assist. And the second period comes to the end. That's Sachs' 5th assist on the year. And his 8th point overall. And we got 20 minutes of hockey left here at City National. So if you're driving by, you want to get in and see the last 20 minutes of this fantastic game between two evenly matched teams, we encourage you to do so. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. I'm trying to find my voice here somewhere. But in the meantime, we appreciate you watching us on the UNLV YouTube channel. At the end of the second period, UNLV and Minot State tied at 4.
Yeah, I know. That's expected.
I just want to get a mic check, but just to make sure it's going on. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 2 1 2. Yep, good. Okay. Okay. Okay, welcome back to City National Arena, where UNLV, number 15 in the nation, taking on number 1 Minot State. Both of these teams have 20 minutes to make a statement before the end of the weekend. I'm Dana Lane. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully my voice holds out for another 20 minutes, but I was nice enough to get some hauls from the parents, and we're going to try to coat the courts as much as we can. Face-off for the third period will be off and running in 14 seconds. UNLV, of course, started this weekend off with a big win against Jamestown, ranked number 13. And then Minot State, who started their week off on Thursday with a big 8-1 victory at Arizona State, then traveled to Las Vegas for this tilt this weekend for a two-game series against the Rebels. So we're underway here in the third period, tied at 4. Face-off won by MSU. Bouncing around the neutral zone and finally in deep behind Bukowski. Puck chase there by Sachs. Big hit along the board. Sachs running, going for it. Can't get it as Lipinski is strong with the puck. In the middle of the ice is Adam. Adam's shot just wide. And we got a whistle. So 19:26 to go in the game. We'll see what this whistle's all about. Big day for the Rebels. Big day for the crowd, because if you're here to see Rebel hockey and you like to see it on a consistent basis, well, unfortunately UNLV will not be back at home until the first week of February. We'll get into that a little bit more as the game goes on. Face off down in the UNLV end. Puck is dropped, one there by the Rebels. Poked out and finally taken away by Minot State. Puck trying to find somebody's stick on neutral ice, and finally down into the Minot State zone. Found there by Yano. Yano gets it into the UNLV end. And the puck finally finds a UNLV stick. Game tied at 4. Big game for both of these teams. Puck still loose. Back to the right point. As O'Connor thought about a slap shot, thought better of it, couldn't find a crease. Minot still in control, then dumps it down low. And back of Geisberg. Puck rattles around the boards and back of Geisberg and back out again. UNLV is going to go to a power play. And we'll get the official call on that. I didn't see anything, but Tristan Mayer had the puck with a head of steam up through the middle of the ice. And we'll see if there was a slashing call. That's my guess. And nonetheless, UNLV will go on an extremely important power play, as will every man advantage for either one of these teams from here on out. Face-off down in the MSU zone. Take there by Painchild. Clean win for the Beavers as they shoot it back down. Geisberg on it and leads it off. 1:48 to go in the penalty. 18-17 to go in the game. Game tied at 4 as Bulliford tries to get it out. Fought there by Cody Williams. Williams unable to get the puck, but eventually Minot State is able to clear. 2 minutes gone by. Third period. Huge and important game for both teams. Maybe more important for MSU as UNLV dumps it back in and MSU promptly dumps it right back out. Down to Geisberg. 1:16 to go in a power play. 17:45 to go in the game. UNLV has already made their statement as the puck comes in on Bukowski just wide of him. Battled there by Toronto. Toronto wins the battle. Puck still loose. And the MSU end, and then finally cleared. Chased there by Asaf as Geisberg comes out to get the puck. Doesn't give it off to Asaf. Instead, it's a full-length pass up the ice to Kozubski. Kozubski didn't have a trailer, so it was basically 1-on-3 at the time. But Kozubski used his body to force another penalty. And UNLV has got a golden opportunity here with 17-16 to go in the third period to take a 5-4 lead, as they'll have a 5-on-3 advantage for another 45 seconds, and then a man advantage for a minute 15. Big face-offs in the MSU zone. Won by UNLV. Back to Kierley. Kierley back to Asaf. Asaf looking for a crease. Down low, shot just wide, and out of play. Good chance there by Barriga. Kierley, Asaf, Barriga is an offensive force to be reckoned with for the Rebels. So 35 seconds ago and a two-man advantage. Face-off still down in the MSU end. Kozubski will take the draw. Will take the draw against Lipinski. That'll be Bryce Lipinski. And one there by MSU. Down the length of the ice, down to Geisberg. Geisberg lays it off as UNLV comes on the attack. Two-man advantage for 20 more seconds. Looking for somebody in the middle of the ice, can't find it, but he hears Asaf. Asaf gives it back. Cross-ice pass over to Kozubski. Kozubski can't find anybody, so he gets it back to Asaf. Asaf down low, back to Kozubski, back to Asaf. Cross-ice pass to Kierley. Kierley trying to get it in the middle. Can't find Panchoud as Panchoud gets it backed up to Kierley. Kierley gets it in low, and Cody Williams, a backhanded pass in front down in a low slot. Nobody was there to get their stick on it as MSU clears it. 16-13 to go, third period. 4-4. UNLV now has a man advantage for another 50 seconds. Try to clear it there by Bullifer, unable to do so. As Kierley pokes it out of the air. As the pressure by MSU is going to clean off some time. In front of Geisberg, as he had to come out and make the save with his stick. And MSU buzzing in front of Geisberg, but back the other way, and a wrister just wide. Good chance there by Jonas Gordon as the shot goes just wide of Bukowski. And there's my voice cracking. 15:30 to go, third period. Game tied at 4. 10 seconds left in the power play. Fought for and won by Kierley. Kierley gets it up the ice to Panchoud. Panchoud gets it in deep. Chased there by Cody Williams. There's Jake Sachs. Williams or Sachs doesn't get it, but out to Panchoud as he tries to wrist it in. Did not get it into Bukowski as MSU has killed off the power play. But here's an errant pass in front. And that was picked off by Pearson. And Pearson just had to roll off his stick. So unable to get a shot in as MSU is back on the attack on the other end. Cody Williams dumped in the corner. No call there. We play on. 14:43 to go in the third period. Game tied at 4. Cody Williams with the puck gets it out of the zone and back into the MSU end for an icing. So the intensity level in this game has gone up a notch as Lipinski is trying to mix it up now. Looks like he's trying to mix it up with Cody Williams, who Cody Williams has definitely been involved in a few more physical, more of a activities of a physical nature this year. And Cody not afraid to turn around and stick up for himself and his teammates. Big face-off won by the Rebels. Coming back up the ice to the middle of the ice. Trying to find a trailer. Pearson can't find one, but the puck is loose. Just wide of Bukowski. Another opportunity on the low in the high slot. But nobody from the Rebels there to pick up the puck. Now MSU back In the opposite direction, there's Lipinski. Lipinski with his head up, trying to find a trailer, can't find one. Instead, dumps it into the corner. Back out to the point. One there by UNLV, back out to the offensive zone and dump back in. Jonah Pearson chased it in the corner and finally gets it out of the zone, up through the middle. Here comes UNLV, one-on-one. Pearson can't get it off his stick. Pearson came in one-on-one, but he was in too tight to get a quality shot off on Bukowski, so unable to do so. And it looks like we're gonna have a hooking call. Let's see who it's on. So another important power play. Yeah, we'll see who this is on, and it looks like UNLV is going to go to the power play. Hooking call on Walrick. Face-off down in the MSU end. Taken there by Barriga. Barriga and Fournier. One there by the Rebels. Big face-off win in the offensive zone. UNLV now on a power play for another minute 53. 13:27 to go, third period. Back up to the right point. Over to Asaf. Asaf with his heads up. Get it over to Kierley. Kierley, a bomb and a save from Bukowski. Well, we saw that a lot last year with Nicholas Gears on Asaf's right-hand side. And they're trying to relive the glory, the golden days between those two. Between Asaf and Gears, who played hockey for an extremely long time. And now he's got a new partner that's got as big of a shot as the puck trickled in front of Bukowski. No Rebel there to get in front of it as the puck is thrown down the ice. 1:25 to go, 1:25 to go in the penalty. 12:59 to go in the third period. Game tied at 4. UNLV is able to defeat the number 1 team in the country twice. That will definitely propel them at least into the top 7 in the nation. And probably should be higher as Kierley goes back to get it. Touched up there by Geisbrick. 1 minute left in the power play. 12:30 to go, third period. Next score is going to be huge. And UNLV has a chance in front. Couldn't get the puck over to Kozubski. Kozubski had some room in front. Now Kozubski with the puck. Kozubski has Fink in front. Can't get it to him. But Barriga now controls. Barriga circles around. Gets it back out to the point. Here's Kierley. Kierley over to Asaf. Asaf thinks better of the opportunity to pass it in, so he gets it back to Kierley. Kierley now with the puck. Gets it in deep. Chase there by Barriga. Barriga back out to Kierley. Kierley with a slapper and just goes over Bukowski's head. Back out to Asaf. 10 seconds to go in the power play. 11:45 in the game. Asaf has the puck. Back to Kierley. Big wrister and a high slot by Cody Williams. Cody Williams, I don't think, got all of it. Puck went wide, and the penalty has been killed off. Shots on goal, 29-15 in favor of MSU. But UNLV in the third period has had the better of the opportunities in a tie game. Here's Minot looking to make a move in front, unable to do that, so they get it back out, and back of Geisberg. Geisberg goes post to post. Has the puck in his sights. Battle for it in the corner, and finally back out again. Puck was off the stick. Could have called interference. Did not. And then finally a turnover. Here's Pinchout. Pinchout in front to Cody Williams. And Cody Williams gets smashed up high for his efforts. Cody had the puck roll off his stick, and he went to the corner. And there was a high hit on Cody Williams. High hit on Williams. There was no call there. But the puck went out of play. So 10:46 to go in the third period. Game tied at 4. I'd like to thank Halls for giving me 5% of my voice back. There's Bullifer as he takes the face-off for MSU, back out of the zone. Chased there by, looks like Schlitt. It's on the other side of the ice. First time we can't get the number on that, so Faceoff will come all the way back to the MSU end. These are big face-off wins for the Rebels. Anytime you get an opportunity in the offensive zone, these are big chances for you to win these face-offs, get it back out to the point so you can get a clear shot as we saw in the Cody Williams goal. But a win there again by MSU. MSU has won the majority of the face-offs this weekend, which has aided them in getting the puck outside the offensive zone. Now the puck into the corner, battle there and won by the Rebels as they tried to clear it out, unable to do so. The puck in back of Geisbert. And finally back out of the zone, up through the far side is Brett. Brett tries to find somebody in the middle. Can't do that as he's still chasing the puck, and we have a whistle. So 9:58 to go, third periods. We have some words now by Jonah Pearson. Pearson is trying to figure out where everybody's going after the game for pizza. And Bolifer's not happy about that. This has certainly been two games where both teams have finished their check. And when you're finishing your check, of course, you're going to have a lot of words after the whistle. And that's exactly what we have had. But for the most part, through two games, with the intensity level being as high as it is, for the most part, we have had, as the puck trickles in, on Bukowski, and shot just wide. Bukowski kind of took that puck that trickled in on him and didn't take it as seriously as he probably should have. And the puck got away from him, but a opportunity for the Rebels there. Didn't get in Bukowski, as now the Rebels dump the puck in on Bukowski, and he freezes it. So 9:30 to go, third period. Shots on goal, 29-16, MSU. And as we were talking earlier, this is probably a bigger win for MSU at this point, which you have to give UNLV credit because, as I asked Coach Raboni before the game, is the belly full a little bit, and he said absolutely not. So he was right about that, as UNLV is certainly not playing like a team who is satisfied as Plonsky goes back to touch it up. So 9:20 to go, third period. Game tied at 4. UNLV will go on a 10-game road trip, will not return home until in February. They'll play ASU. They'll go on a 10-game road trip, including a return trip to Jamestown and to Minot State. Face-off in the MSU zone. Again, won there by Yano for MSU. Back up through the middle. Here's MSU trying to get it back to Lipinski. Lipinski couldn't get free, so they get it back out to the point. Slap shot goes around Geisbrook. And now UNLV tries to get it out of their zone, unable to do so. The chase there by Schlitt. And tries to get in front, but MSU, the Beavers do a good job of keeping it in the zone. The pressure is still on. They're trying to find that crease as UNLV finally breaks it out. MSU too busy worrying about a non-call as UNLV goes back 2-on-2. Can't get a shot off. But Tristan Mayer had an opportunity going back 2-on-2, and here's MSU going back the other way, and the puck is frozen, so 8:23 to go, third period. Game tied at 4. Take a look at the top 5 of the ACHA. And, of course, 1 and 15 are playing right now. But Adrian College out of Michigan, who is 13-0, beat Michigan Dearborn 7-3, and they will play. They will also play tonight. Now, number 3, Colorado, that's Eric Ballard's team, who's 13-2 coming into the weekend. They lost to Colorado State 6-4, so the number 3 team goes down. We'll see the results of their game tonight. Lindenwood won last night against Missouri State 6-3, and then Arizona won 5-3 against Utah at the Salt Lake City complex. So number 3 Colorado goes down, so there's going to definitely be a shakeup in the top 5, and we'll figure out how UNLV plays into that. But yet 8 minutes to go. Here is a shot in on Geisbrecht. I don't think got in on him. And then another slapper definitely didn't get onto him by Balafor. There's UNLV. There's Painchild looking for John in front. Can't get the puck to him. And we're going to have a penalty. And it's going to be a tripping call. So it looks like MSU is going to the power play with 7:52 to go in the third period. And MSU is going to the power play on a tripping call. We'll see exactly who it's to. Looks like the tripping call is going to be on Painchild. So not only is that a big penalty, or this a big penalty for both of these teams, but the face-off is down in the UNLV end. As UNLV wins the draw, but can't clear it. Painchild, 2-minute minor for tripping. So 7:43 left in the game. Game time at 4. UNLV can't clear it. Still in the far corner. Kearley tries to clear it. Can't get a hold of the puck as MSU gets it back out to the point. Now over to the right-hand side, down in the high slot. Can't get it in. Can't get a decent shot off, but it finally does trickle in on Geisbrecht, who makes the save and freezes the puck. So 1:30 to go in the power play. 7:23 to go in the game. MSU doubling UNLV in the shots, 32-16. Face-off will be again down at the UNLV end, which thankfully at this level they don't waste any time actually dropping the puck. Face-off won by the Beavers as they drive it down again into the corner, fought there by MSU. Nobody has clear control of the puck yet, and then finally MSU comes out of it. 1:12 to go in the power play. Back out to the point. Here's Bellafar. Bellafar has already found the back of the net. Is Bellafar with the puck again. Can't find a crease. The quicker you're passing, the better your creases are going to be as Bellafar tries to get it in. Can't. Puck is loose in front. Nobody can get a stick on it, but MSU still picks it up. Back out to the right point. Winds up. Decides not to. Now he shoots. Saved by Geisbrecht. Loose puck in front. And Geisbrecht jumps on it and freezes a puck. A mad scramble in front with 44 seconds to go in the power play. And Geisbrecht has been outstanding this week. As we mentioned before, coming into this, Geisbrecht's goals against average was 1.99 with a save percentage of 92%, which is fantastic at any level. 42 seconds to go in the power play, 6:30 to go in the game. From City National Arena, 4-4 as MSU still controls. Down low as they're cycling it down low. No pressure applied, so they're just trying to find a seam. You find seams by passing quick, as we said. Shot in on Geisbrecht. I think he got a pad on it. 6:11 to go, 18 seconds left in the power play. Back out to the point, down low to the corner. Couldn't get a stick off. Terrific stick work. Terrific stick work by Jake Sachs. Sachs does not allow a clear shot in on Geisbrecht. Still swung around, back to the point. Puck is loose again, and Geisbrecht jumps on it. And play is stopped. 5:49 to go, third period. Both teams back at full strength. Of course, the Division I National Championships will be held this year, March 8th through the 13th, Columbus, Ohio, at the Ohio Health Ice House. And if you've ever been there, you know it's a tremendous facility and a terrific opportunity for these kids to put a national championship ring on their finger as MSU wins the draw in on Geisbrecht, and Geisbrecht decides to freeze the puck again. So March 8th through the 13th, rather, Columbus, Ohio, at the Ohio Health Ice House. Face-off taken by UNLV and won by the Rebels, but kept in the MSU zone. 5:35 to go in the game, tied at 4. Here's Kearley battling in back of Geisbrecht. Kearley usually wins these battles, as he did here. Chased there by John, unable to get in. Here's Kierley again, up through the middle of the ice, onside. Wrister just wide of Bukowski, and taken there by Martell. Martell goes the length of the ice, and there's Soft as MSU gets a line change. UNLV tried to catch him in a line change, unable to do so, so we have icing. So 5 minutes to go in the game. Game tied at 4. Fantastic crowd tonight at City National. And if there was any doubt about whether or not the city of Las Vegas was a traditional hockey market, well, the fans that have showed up tonight say that we are. And sweet Caroline, you can never talk over that. And especially last night with this house packed with UNLV football playing their last home game against BYU as UNLV wins the draw. And, of course, the Golden Knights playing the Winnipeg Jets as they eventually won. John was tripped up, unable to keep control of the puck. Here's Fournier, and a big hit along the side board on Fournier. Big hit by Gordon, and Fournier goes down, but MSU controls. 4:34 to go, third period. Back to O'Connor. O'Connor gets it off to the right-hand side. There's a big hit on the right by Jay Sachs. And Sachs takes his... Man, these are all... Well, now we got a whistle, and we'll see what the call is on this. But you can say one thing. Both of these teams have finished their checks all weekend. Not everything was as clean as it should be, but for the most part, it has been. This is big boy hockey at the ACHA level. High intensity here at City National. 4:16 to go in the game. Face off down in the UNLV end, taken there by MSU. And now the fans are starting to get into it. Kind of the first time I've heard them tonight. The potential opportunity there by Fink. Fink was unable to poke the puck up any further, so he wasn't able to go get it, and we have a whistle. 3:55 to go, third period. Faceoff will be down in the MSU end. Lipinski will take it. That'll be Bryce Lipinski will take it. Clean win by Kozubski, who gets it in on Bukowski, who makes a save. And back out of the offensive zone, but put back in. Now brought out somewhat of an interference there, but not too bad. But a wrister just wide of Geisbruck, and now Geisbruck goes out for the puck and freezes it. End-to-end action. Each team has an opportunity every time they go in the other team's offensive zone. And I think this weekend, win or lose for either of these teams that have made each team better, especially if UNLV wins. But even if Minot State loses, I think sometimes losses make you a better team as Geisbruck has to go post to post to make the save. Battle in front for the loose puck. Nobody can get a stick on it now. Puck's still loose. Geisbruck, I'm not sure, knows where it is. And then finally controls it back in on Geisbruck, and he makes the save. Geisbruck has been in terrific position all night long. And there's another example there with 3:13 to go. Well, if this game goes into overtime, that would kind of be what you would expect out of these two teams. And a good way to, one way or the other, good way to end this weekend. As the Rebels go on a extended road trip, and then, of course, the holiday break. And they'll be back here at City National in the beginning of February. Big T-Mobile game out in front in the high slot. Nobody can pick it up. And UNLV finally pokes it out of the zone. Walrick down on his knees, unable to poke it down into the MS and the UNLV end. And now finally Lipinski is able to do so, or Yano is able to do so. Save in on Geisbrook, and he puts a pad down. He says not today as the puck goes down at the other end. 2:36 to go. Icing is waved off as it should be. Yano goes back to get the puck with O'Connor. Harassed there by Painshot. Puck is loose, jumped on by UNLV. Painshot goes back for it, now gets it. Gets it back up to Cody Williams. Cody Williams pokes it up through the middle of the zone. Nobody home, so MSU controls the puck. Still kept in the zone and not out. Now through the neutral zone. UNLV has numbers for a second. Was not able to take advantage of that. It's a big battle for it in the corner. There's Cody Williams. Williams wasn't able to get a hold of the puck as the puck is still loose in the UNLV zone, or the MSU zone, and now in on Geisbrook. Geisbrook gives it off to Asaf, who promptly gives it off to Kierley, who loses the puck, and now we're going to have a penalty, and it looks like it's going to be on UNLV again with 1:32 to go, so barring any other penalty, MSU will try to end this game on the power play. And we'll get the exact call. And the fans are not happy about that. I'm not sure what they're cheering, but whatever it is, I'm sure I can't repeat it. Kierley goes to the bench for 2 minutes, to the penalty box for 2 minutes. So 1:30 to go in the game. Without any other penalties, MSU will end the game on the power play. As MSU regroups and back of Bukowski. Head of steam up in the right side in front of Geisbrook, and he shoots and scores. Well, the puck, they made a power move in front of Geisbrook, and the puck, you can't see great from this angle, but the way it looked as if the puck just kind of trickled in and kind of surprised Geisbrook. And that's going to give MSU a 5-4 lead with 1:08 to go in the game. And now Coach Vigneri Greener's most likely going to call a timeout, which he just did. So Vigneri Greener is going to get his troops over there. 5-4 lead for MSU with 1:08 left. And again, from our standpoint, I think it surprised Geisbrook. I don't think he thought it was going to trickle behind him, but we'll have to look at that when we get home and kind of look at the broadcast again. Turn the volume down, of course. So 1:08 left. And then, of course, you have to start thinking about when are you going to pull your goaltender. And to me, as soon as you win the draw, as soon as you get control of the draw, that is when you pull them. Of course, both of these teams have Division I aspirations. A couple of years ago, Minot State was discussing going Division I, and their athletic director said, as I'm sure ours would here at UNLV, if money wasn't an issue, we'd already be there. Well, anybody got an extra 30, 35 million laying around, that'd be a good start. Face-off won by the Rebels, 1:05 left. They just decided to pull Geisbrook. So UNLV has the man advantage with 1 minute left as the puck goes down into the UNLV end. Chased there by Gordon, and we're going to have a whistle. So 53.2 seconds left. Minot State leads 5-4. 39-17 shot advantage. And a big face-off coming up. Net is empty for UNLV right now. And you almost always have to win every face-off that is, every opportunity that is given to you in the face-off circle. And now we see Geisbrook going back in the net. So as soon as the puck is dropped, and honestly, in a spot where you need your goaltender back in. As soon as the puck is dropped and as soon as UNLV controls, then Geisbruck will go back to the bench. 53.2 seconds left, 5-4 MSU. Big face-off won by MSU in back of Geisbruck. Finally taken there by Kozubski. And as soon as UNLV breaks out, Geisbruck will go to the bench. 40 seconds left. MSU doing a good job of tying it up, not allowing Geisbruck to go to the bench, and now back out to the neutral zone. Geisbruck still does not have a chance to go to the bench. 30 seconds left. Get him off right now no matter what. You have nothing to lose at this point. 23 seconds. Now you got to get him off the ice, and we're going to have an icing. Well, that's not the scenario that they wanted, and Geisbruck might have been better served getting him off at least a 30-second mark, regardless of where they were on the ice. Sometimes you can't wait for the perfect scenario, and now they have a face-off down in the UNLV end. Now you have to put Geisbruck back in. But win or lose this draw, he's got to go right to the bench. The only thing that he's preventing right now is a clean win and a shot in. And MSU wins the draw, and Geisbruck still is in net. There's nothing to lose at this point, so needs to get off as the puck is dumped down into the MSU end. Here's Martell. There's battled there by Painshot. Painshot tried to get a shot on goal, unable to do so, and Minot State is going to come away with a victory tonight as they salvage a split of this two-game series. And honestly, both of these teams will most likely see each other. Well, we'll definitely see them down the road on the schedule in North Dakota, but certainly these two teams could be on a collision course to face each other in Columbus, Ohio. Final score from City National Arena, number 1 Minot State. The Beavers defeat the UNLV Skating Rebels 5-4. But from a Rebel perspective, given Minot their first regulation loss, in addition to beating Jamestown on Thursday, you'd expect the Rebels to move up into the standings or into the rankings, and then we'll see what the loss means to Minot State. So thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate it. My name is Dana Lane. We'll be back with you in February for our next home game here. And in the meantime, make sure to follow the Skating Rebels on Twitter at UNLV Skating Rebels. They do a fantastic job there. And make sure you follow them on Facebook as well. Big road trip before the big road trip, and then of course the holiday break for the Rebels is coming up as they salute the home crowd, who has been absolutely phenomenal over these 3 games. And both teams have definitely a lot to be proud of. So a lot to work on, a lot to be proud of. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you next time.